Well, I went ahead and clicked record, so we can rub it in on everybody who wasn't here.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't, I probably won't, but I always could put this into the the minutes for the meeting.
Oh yeah. Well,
Well, do we want to start?
might as well.
Well, I have some news I want to share.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, the news is, and this is a surprise, by the way, so please don't share it with anybody else, is that Noah won the Leo of the Year from the multi-district.
Ah,
Wait a minute, let me make sure I got this right. Yep, he was the recipient of the 2019-2020 Leo of the Year for Lions Multiple District 11. So he got he'll receive a certificate,
Oh, good.
and then he will also get this medallion.
Oh, that's nice.
Very
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
All right.
I
Yeah.
did talk to, yeah, I know, it's great. I did talk to Mrs. Hicks, and we want to surprise him with it. So we are going to get together at Dairy Hill because we can do this outdoors. And we can have 10 people or so in a group, and hopefully by then we can have more. So on June 10th at 3 o'clock,
June 10th.
we are meeting at Dairy Hill. And we are going to present this to him, and she's going to invite her parents, and we need to invite the district governor. We're also supposed to have the council chairperson sign it. Does anybody know who that is? I figured
It's
Karen would.
Yeah, Jeff Hunt, yeah.
So,
It would still be,
pardon me?
it would still be Jeff Hunt.
Okay, Hunt?
Yeah, H-U-N-T.
Okay, I think I emailed him for something else.
Yeah, I think it was to submit it in the first place.
Yeah,
Hi, Jenny. I see the top of your head.
anyway, so if you can come, I told Miss Hill that, Mrs. Hicks that I'd buy the kids their ice cream. If you want to come and have ice cream, you have to buy your own, but maybe you can come and attend. If we get enough people, if we get more than a few, we'll walk across the street to Rainer Pond.
Repeat the time.
3 o'clock,
3.
3 o'clock on June 10th.
That would be our normal meeting time.
Normal meeting day, yes.
Normal meeting day, not the time,
Yeah.
right?
Not
That
the
would
time.
be a picnic if there's a place to have a picnic.
Well, we might have to
yeah.
wait. We might have to wait.
I figured because Dairy Hill's open, it would be easy for the kids to get there and
Yeah.
be outdoors.
Yep.
So I'll invite Becky.
Hi, Ivan.
She's the governor. I mean,
Yeah.
district governor.
District governor, yeah.
Yeah, we saw that.
So I can get her. I can invite the two of them.
Saw that.
Where is Jeff Hunt from,
All
Karen?
right, bye.
Bay City,
Oh, okay.
or Essexville, but Bay City, basically.
So I just got a call from Ivan. He says his Wi-Fi went south.
Okay.
Oh,
That's too bad.
We lost Jenny. She never really was completely there, but
No. What else is happening? Is there anything else with the Lions Club?
So last night, the scholarships were awarded in a virtual
Oh, they were.
ceremony.
yeah, I saw that we had a couple people
Yes.
with
And
scholarship.
so, right. It's an interesting names in some ways. Parker Friend is the winner of the Bud Swinehart Scholarship, and Asia Jones is the winner of the Raymond Collar Scholarship, which is the one that used to be the Mason Lions Club Scholarship, but we then renamed that for Ray after he passed.
Oh. Did they do anything? Did they do a Zoom or anything, or how
Yeah.
did they do it?
They did a Zoom.
Oh.
It was, they'd asked to restrict because of bandwidth and the number of people on the Zoom. They'd wanted the club to be, only one or two. And I don't know if Terry was able to log on, probably not. I didn't. But what they did was Mr. Delbridge, we gave the school copies of the letter, and Mr. Delbridge was going to read the key parts of the letter.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that everybody would know what's the scholarship about. And so that's the key paragraphs in the letter is this is what the scholarship's about. So that's something on Lions.
Peggy said that she saw somebody planting the flower boxes. Did that get done?
Yeah.
Yeah, last Wednesday, I think last Wednesday, one day last week prior to Memorial Day, Stan and Jenny and myself went down, planted them. Jim Hayes made refurbished or fixed a couple of the boxes that were in pretty bad shape.
Okay.
And there was enough ample dirt and soil and whatnot like that that actually we had to take a little bit out
Oh,
in
okay.
a couple of the boxes. But we planted them. We were just getting started, and two kids came by, a junior and a sophomore, and they stood there and watched what we were doing, and they wanted to know if they could help. And so, yeah, grab it. And so we gave them a shovel. And so as you face the bridge, these two kids did everything on the left side of the bridge, or the north side, and Jenny and Stan did on the right side. And I was down with the kids helping them, so we kind of spaced the plants out. Cindy and I went over to Lansing Gardens and got, years gone by, historically, we've had peonies, is that correct? And this year it was a different kind of a flower, and we couldn't get actual red, white, and blue. There's a little variation color, but I think they're coming up nice. I checked on them day before yesterday and watered them once, and they seem to be coming okay.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
garden
thanks.
club is a little bit envious because they can't plant the round flower planters downtown.
Why
Yeah,
can't
they
they?
Well, the
the
city won't.
DIA.
Yeah, the city won't let them.
The city won't let it.
City won't let them.
Oh.
Something about
Okay.
watering them, or I don't know what the problem was.
Well, let's buy artificial flowers and stick them in then.
I don't know. That's up to the garden club, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So it was nice we did them.
Yep.
Very interesting. So one other thing that I've got to report is that our officers for next year, based on everybody's response from that email I sent around back in April, are all entered into my LCI. So Doug, if you've not had the pleasure one of these days, we should get together in some
Yep.
way, shape, or form so that you can see what that looks like.
Okay.
I'm staying on as what they call club administrator.
All right.
So I've got quite a bit of access as well. So, and I've not been 100% on doing all the sorting out exactly how we managed to do the other reporting. In fact, I need to get back in because there's a bunch of stuff between our donations and the scholarships, and also what we hear on planting those bridge boxes that all need to be reported. So I need to park myself down and fight my way through that and get it all done. In some ways, it was so much easier when you're just filling out the form and mailing the form once a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So,
Is it all
If it's any-
online now?
what's that?
Is it all online now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
If it's any encouragement, they've made a lot of improvements over the last year.
Oh, good.
yeah, and there are certain amounts of online training, which I was able to get into finally. I tried to get into it when I got back in November, and something came up that I wasn't authorized. I don't know what the problem was, but I was able to get back in a while back. So if you've,
I'll dive into it this weekend.
yeah, okay, so you've logged into My Lion and set up your account.
Yeah, I think I have already.
All right, good. So you should, I don't know, and I don't know if Karen can tell me or tell us when the incoming treasurer or secretary has access to the membership.
July 1,
July 1?
July 1, if not sooner.
Okay.
And that's the not sooner that I was wondering about.
Well, you can always get that administrative status too.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm in there as administrator, so I'm
Yeah,
good.
okay, yeah.
Let's see, what else?
Something I had mentioned one time, and I don't think we did it, is I would suggest in the list of officers that you put in the name of the person that's coordinating the Leos as an officer.
Oh, good idea.
I think that that way it gets to be an ongoing part of the club.
Yeah, good idea. I know there's a Leo's advisor. I believe you're in that on my.
Right, I'm in on it.
Yeah, so it's just a matter of in anything when we're printing a list of officers to bring that into that. So that's visible to everybody. Makes
I
sense.
think so.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because then when I don't do it anymore, if somebody else gets in it, then you can change them, because I've had to get in and I need to be better at this. I did do it this year though.
Yeah,
You have to go in and you have to put the Leos in after they register, after they fill out their forms.
right.
So,
Yeah, once they fill the forms out and they get the parental permissions.
right. What did we decide on the budget? Did anything come up with that?
Yes. Within the budget, now, we have commitments. We're basically, Terry told Ken to write checks for all the Lions-based committees that we have commitments for. Otherwise, in that, let me check on that. Here we go. Took a look at a few things in that. Terry had talked to Stan about the money going to Lynn Davis, and she's not doing nearly as much. And so we're kind of parking that on hold until we know what to do with that, until if she needs it. See, where else? Puppy sponsor. Did Terry get a hold of you about that? That leader jog puppy sponsor, we'd signed up for at least 2 years on puppy sponsor, and I'm not sure where the information is or where that goes. So that's not gone because neither Ken, nor I, nor Terry know what to do with that right off. Other than that, everything that hadn't been paid for the Lions-related donations are going out. Other than that, much of the others are already taken care of. With the food bank holiday gift certificates, fair auctions probably isn't going to happen. Um, Thinking that the promised scholarship was paid, but Terry was going to check on that. Um, and
I
that-
thought we already paid the puppy sponsor when we went down last year.
Yeah, so the question is, was
Yeah.
it just 1 year or was it multi-year? Yes.
It's a one-year thing.
1 year
From the
thing?
leader dog from leader dog standpoint, it's one each year. And we made the commitment only to the one. We gave them the $500 or shared with the Leos in the $500, but we didn't make a commitment for this year.
All
that I
right, good.
know about.
Good. So we paid that, so that's good.
Yep.
So we're pretty well set. Now, like I say, Ken, Terry was gonna tell Ken to mail out the Lions-related ones, and everything else is either done, or with the scholarships, the students will have to touch base with Ken to get the money for the school. What we do need to do is put together a budget for 2021, because that's what we've not done.
Oh,
So we're paying our commitments that we made for 1920, but we as a club need to figure out what we're doing for 2021. And that's where we start looking at where we're at with cash, with money.
yeah.
You know, as it is right now, and I don't have the figures here, but Terry and talked to Ken, and we're rich.
Mm.
We're not paying out for any food right now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's a different budget. That's
Oh.
administrative as opposed to donations.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And so within the donations budget, we've got, I think, 3 piles of money, at least 3, maybe 4. And so we've got lots of money, at least 14,000, if I remember the numbers correctly. On the administrative side, we're also have a lot of money, but the concern on the administrative side is we've been keeping our dues low with the football games. And the odds of having people coming into Spartan Stadium like they have been, I'm not real expecting of that this year. I don't know what they're going to do. And I don't know where that, they haven't said anything yet. And I think they are waiting to see where things go. They're probably going to have football games, but are they going to have 80,000 people sitting in the stands and another 20,000 people sitting in the parking lots?
Yeah, Rich, I just read yesterday that U of M has made the decision that if they do not have students on campus in the fall, they will not have football.
Okay,
Really?
that makes sense. In a lot of ways, that makes sense.
Today, about 5 o'clock, there was a little hashtag came out from the Lansing State Journal that MSU has decided they will have in-person classes this fall.
Oh, they have?
I'm sorry. I just saw that about a couple hours ago, that
All right.
MSU was planning at this point anyway to have in-person classes.
Okay, well, that's good. But anyway, the administrative budget, our dues are kept fairly low. Compliments of what we make from the football games. So that's a good thing. Now, if we keep up the football games, that's good.
Can you close the sliding door downstairs? It's raining. Okay.
I'm losing you, Karen.
What?
Or maybe it was Cindy. Somebody was saying something.
Karen that left.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to leave for a moment and so did Jeff because it's raining here and it's coming in the windows.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it
So
almost started to
we
get
had to close up shop. Yeah, it's nice little rain coming down.
Yep,
Maybe it's coming our way.
yep. So,
I would wonder, because we get asked to do other stuff all the time, maybe if they only need a few people at the stadium, maybe they'll ask our group.
yeah, I mean, these are things we don't know. We're in good shape. The question comes, what happens if our sources of income don't happen?
Right.
You know, the same thing with Texas Hold'ems. I know they're looking at trying to figure out how to make them go, but they may not make as much money. Doug, you and I ought to talk about, you know, Facebook fundraisers and GoFundMe's and things like that.
Yeah, there's a couple things that we can start to do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, one of the things I say in the Terry is, you know, just because one fundraiser looks like it may be going away, this club has always had fundraisers, and fundraisers stop being good and you find something different. That's part of being a lion.
Right.
It is
Right.
adapting. Now, when I started, we were making 1,000 dozen sub sandwiches twice a year. Praise the Lord, we're not doing that anymore.
That's fine with me too.
So, you know, my viewpoint on the budget is take care of our commitments. We've got the money to do that. We're in fairly good shape. So as things change, let's figure out how we adapt to the changes.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, we got a good view of Jenny's ceiling.
Hey, Jenny.
Good to see you there, Jenny. Nice
Jenny, you got to
ceiling.
turn your audio on.
Call her and her to turn it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not coming through, right? Well,
Is it on mute?
No,
Can you?
it doesn't say so on here, but
Oh, it doesn't. No.
we just got a good view of her ceiling. Well, what I would propose is that if people have things that they'd like to do to tell everybody about, like I know Cindy did, that we can set up more of these Zoom meetings if we need to during the summer.
Yeah, and I don't think we have to wait for regular meeting nights either.
No,
Right.
no, we can kind of just play it by ear. I think if we've got enough of an agenda, we should probably get together like this.
Yeah.
Doug, are you doing this on your personal Zoom account or?
Yeah,
do you have-
I bought an enhanced Zoom account, so
Oh,
Thank you.
it's not much money. Besides, I got to learn how to do this. I've already done it a couple times, so.
yeah. Once you do it and you figure out what buttons you're supposed to hit, it isn't that hard.
Right.
First time is scary.
Well,
Yeah.
we had a historic district commission meeting yesterday, so we use Zoom for that. And I'm going to try to get the historical society board together too, sometime soon. But they've canceled everything. All they did was we spent some money on some windows for the auditorium, and they've installed those already, believe it or not, because they can do that. But we're not having any meetings or anything for that either. So.
Hmm.
I did a Zoom meeting last week. I had about 125 participants,
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
which was rather interesting. Actually went much better than I expected.
Good.
That's good. Yeah, Ruth's Weight Watcher group is doing Friday morning Zoom meetings.
Hmm.
We had a Legion meeting and we had about 8 people. I was the young kid on it. And we spent about 25 minutes. We wanted to stay under a half hour, but 25 minutes. So can you hear me? Can you see me? Which button did you push? And then but it was good to get together.
Well, Cindy's in my quilt group had a Zoom meeting too. And this is a group of people from what would you say, mid 60s to mid 80s.
Yeah. I think
And
so.
9 of the 12 people showed up. The other 3 didn't come because they had other commitments for the day. So I think that's pretty good. It went pretty well,
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
it, Cindy?
Yeah, I thought it went well too.
And we've been doing WebEx meetings at church primarily because the WebEx doesn't have a time limit on the free account.
Oh, okay.
Whereas Zoom's got a 40-minute time limit. But I will say that the Zoom, and this is the first Zoom that I've done as opposed to the WebExes, this comes across much nicer than the WebExes to have.
That's
Oh,
what
it
most
doesn't.
people say, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm used to using WebEx because we lived in that at work, but I don't do that anymore.
Mhm. Oh, here comes the rain here.
Yeah. So you guys didn't get hit the other day? Yesterday?
Yesterday? Yeah, we got some rain yesterday.
Did you? Well,
Oh, look, we
We've
just got
got-
a spattering.
Nephew that lives just north of Dansville, and they had a downburst.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, winds moved some big sheds around
Oh,
and
wow.
broke off. They've got a big garden, or had, it's past tense, had a big garden. The winds broke off all the tomatoes and peppers at ground level.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
my gosh.
It's like, 60, 80 mile an hour down blast,
Wow.
Mhm.
micro blast
Mhm.
or something.
Wasn't it deer?
Well, I don't think they said that it moved the turkey shed, which is 300 or 400 pounds,
No.
20 feet or something like that. And a kid swing set or, play set went moving, and I'm not sure what else.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. I think we just had a really light sprinkle.
We got rain, but not that bad of wind.
Yeah. I did. It's snowing Maple Street out here right now.
Hmm. Yeah, I thought it was gonna rain. It's not started yet.
Yeah.
It's moving.
Kind of spotty from what I was looking at on the radar a little bit ago.
Oh,
We've kind of missed it here.
Hmm.
Oh, well.
anything else?
No, I know Terry's been talking to, Jamie, and was kind of trying to figure out if there's a way to have a get together later in the summer, and then that would kind of maybe move towards Lorraine a bit, after July 1st,
No.
But- to try and make, understand where we're going to go. And what's going to be available. I believe that, what's the current number that's allowed at this point? Is it, I know it's 10.
10.
There are areas
Yeah,
that
but we
25
still
is available.
Yeah, you still have to be socially distant, though.
Yeah,
Wearing
but some
masks.
places that's doable. We
Yeah.
actually did that. We needed, it was worthwhile to have a mostly in-person conversation at church, because we're being asked to add and go into a multiple charge, picking up a smaller church that needs a pastor. And so
Oh,
we had 6 people in the same room, each sitting, at a separate table for 8.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that worked. And everybody's wearing masks.
I
So,
think that as things progress, we'll understand a little bit more what people are doing. Some of the things are relaxing now, but I think we better let some other people be pioneers. I'm too much in the comorbidity group to
yeah,
right out there.
the great majority of the people in the club are in that, and in one way or another. Certainly the over 65.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And whatever else happens to be going on. I mean, you look at, Stan and Jenny both, and there's just lots of us that have any number of different issues going on.
Well, I started counting and I got depressed, so I stopped.
Yeah,
I think I'll just stay away from places. I went to Meyer today and it scared me to death
yeah,
because there's people running around there without masks on, and kids, and I think I'll go to Daryl's next time.
I think you got to go to Meyer in the morning, because I was there in the morning one time, and I think there were only 2 people out of the whole group, out of the whole store, that didn't have a mask on. And
Oh,
then
Yeah,
I
most
went to
people-
Meyer yesterday afternoon, and I was surprised at how many people did not have a mask on.
Most people
amazing.
still did today, but they were older people,
Uh,
And the thing is that the mask doesn't do anything necessarily for the older person. It really helps the older person if the younger person wears the mask. So,
yeah,
oh, yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's best if everybody wears them.
That's right. Well, I could get in trouble. I could get in trouble because a guy came up to me and said, "Hi, how you doing?" And I said, "How you doing, murderer?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was bold enough to do that because he was bold enough to get in my face, you know.
There you
Yeah.
go.
And it's happened the other way too. Ruth knows somebody that both that person and her mother were in a store. I think they might have been over by Potterville or something like that. And they both have any number of different health issues and were masked. And somebody came in and started shouting at them about being sheeple. At
Oh,
which point, this woman lifted her hand up to the mask and started coughing hard.
yeah. Well,
Left.
if anybody calls me anything like that, I know what I'm going to call them. I'm going to call them just like I saw it today. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, well.
100,000 people dying is not something to sneeze at, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
You wonder if they just don't believe it. If they don't believe that that's actually happening.
There are a lot of people who have very strange views of the world.
I think so.
So
Coming out.
it can be hard. If I examine myself, I don't know anybody that's directly affected and just one or two, multiple removes away. So it's not affecting me that much. So I look around and I think, well, I'm healthy. Everything's fine. You just,
Right.
you read the news and, well, I know it's there. So I know that that's real. And you read enough that says, but it's not something that is a gut feel. And
Right.
then you start adding politics on top of that.
I don't
where-
want to get into politics. I'm just
Yeah.
scared about my health.
Yeah, if you're up in, one of the northern Michigan counties that has had 10 people, and you go, so why is my world, why am I dying? Why do I have to suffer for some city that's 200 miles away? Well, it's because we used to be one country, but that's a different story.
Yeah, that's a whole other story, Rich.
No, I'm shutting up now.
Yeah, politics is one place we don't need to go.
Yeah, I think that maybe we're done with our meeting
I think we might be.
before we get any further.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Well,
I do like Jenny's ceiling. It's really nice, but
yeah, it's too bad she's not.
I tried to call her, but it just rang a few times and then it went to voicemail. So
yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I told her to call me back if she did some pointers, but I think that she had the video working fine. I saw the top of her head for a while, but now it's just her ceiling.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll send her another Zoom tutorial, so maybe next time she'll be able to get in. All right,
Okay.
we're gonna go ahead and close it down, even though I have a longer time because of my Zoom account, but 40
Well,
minutes.
thanks for organizing
you.
it, Doug.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good to see everybody.
We'll see you
Take
guys.
care.
Stay
So,
safe, have fun.
See you next time.